Hello, everybody who pays attention. What's up? It's been quite a while. The lighting's not fantastic. I'm in my new office because I moved. But first, let me get the speaker started. Well, hello and welcome. So, I am really excited to be back. It's been a while and I do apologize, but also I really needed to go off on some crazy adventures for I think my last episode was in November of last year, so not quite a full year. Calling that a win on the hiatus front. But if you follow me, you know I've been doing so many events. I've been getting out there to see you in person. So podcast kind of went on the back burner for a while. Anyway, I've got my notes because sometimes I need help. But this is just a brief little update. I'm getting back into the podcast and I want to let you know what's been happening with me since last year and where I'm going with things because I'm so excited with where everything is going. Really in a happy, good place, personally, professionally, and yeah, everything is in a lovely place. So last year in December, we got a call from an investor and we sold the house. And so, yeah, it was happily unexpected, but it was a mad dash that month because since they were an investor and it was towards the end of the year, they wanted to get it all done before taxes, everything else. We blitzkrieged our way through that move. Thankfully, as a Navy brat, I'm extremely experienced in this field. So I really, got it together. Of course, my husband was there and we and some friends helped and we kicked some butt. We got our new place, which I adore, and you'll see my office behind me is a little bit different now. I still have my pole, of course, behind me because of course I'm still dancing. And but I'm really excited with everything and I actually love our new location more. I get to look at the forest. I get to it's beautiful. I'm very happy. We both are and we are literally just less than a mile away from the old house. But just being like less than a mile away, shifting the juxtaposition, everything is suddenly more walkable and I like being over here better. It's amazing what such a small geographic alteration will do. I never knew what I was missing out on just on the other side of the street. So this has all been wonderful. I am writing the first volume, volume 1 in the Rashawn Histories trilogy. Very excited about that. It's coming along really well. I'm over the moon. And yeah. It's also the Rashawn Histories are going back in time. I left Easter eggs especially in Terror in the World. So in the original Rashawn trilogy, which the last book in that came out October of 24, that I put so many Easter eggs in there. There are a couple Easter eggs in To Save a World and the Queen Witch as well, but things really started taking shape in my head for the series as a whole when I was writing Terror in the World. So it's yeah, it's basically if you've read Terror in the World, and this is not a spoiler if you haven't, but there is a character named Kristen Quailvan who shows up in a couple chapters in Terror in the World. She's a very old woman, but in her chapters she alludes to an experience she had when she was young, and this volume 1 of the Rashawn series is what happened. And if you've read Terror in the World, you know all about all of the crazy stuff that she knew about. and was able to tell Aram about. And you're like, oh, that this is how she knows this. This is the how and the why and the trauma that she went through. So um really, really excited about that. I also have outlined the second book in the Rashawn Histories trilogy, and I am outlining the third book. I already know what it's about. It just hasn't I haven't written it down yet, but I do know what's up with the third book. I'm thrilled. All three of these, the Histories trilogy, are all based on D&D games I played with my best friend, just like To Save a World was. The Queen Witch and Terror in the World are completely, they're using the characters, but they're completely just my creation. But the yeah, the all three Histories trilogy books are based more loosely, but based on D&D games I played with my best friend, who is in episode 1 of this podcast, where we talk about, you know, To Save a World all the way. And I it's just so much fun. It's so much fun, and I hope that you will enjoy taking the journeys with me. I am having so much fun interconnecting things and coming up with I have timeline graphics, I have maps of the world of Rashawn before the Heavenly Wars and all of that, before, like, Rashawn was cataclysmed and everything, and just what the world was like. So that is very exciting news about the Rashawn series. I also published. I updated Spare the Swallow, my the origin story of my other series, the historical fantasy series, The Lost Beacon Chronicles. So it is officially book 0 in The Lost Beacon Chronicles, and it's labeled that way on the spine and the cover and da 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 da. So everyone knows it's the origin story, and then the first book in the Lost Beacon Chronicles is Ignited, which takes place sometime after uh, Spare the Swallow. But then but it is, you kind of, plot wise, you don't have to know it, but to understand the character of Lucretia, you do have to know what happened to her in Spare the Swallow. That Spare the Swallow is the whole reason the Lost Beacon Chronicles exist. That is the origin story of her being and why she is the Lost Beacon. But I updated the covers. I re-released in March March of this year, I re-released. And again, if you follow me, you know this, but I'm very excited. The new covers look gorgeous, and I am definitely continuing that series. It is Rashawn series is coming first. I wanna get the Histories trilogy all completed and out. But I am planning on getting Rampage, which will be book 2 in the Lost Beacon Chronicles, because so we have 0, which is origin story, 1, 2. Rampage, which, if you follow again, you know that Lost Beacon Chronicles actually deals with Lucretia herself, the character of the Lost Beacon, going through and sort of volleying around through the stages of grief as she deals with the huge trauma dump he gave her in the origin story. And it's very understandable why she has so much grief to process over so much time. It's very understandable. Yeah. Everybody gets it if they read Spare this Well. They're like, oh yeah. I might never process that. So it's a long thing, but Ignited is her journey, is transition from, she was kind of in a state of denial and depression, before then, and then Ignited is so titled because she goes into her anger phase, and so she becomes ignited with anger. Rampage is uh, digs in heavy to the anger stage, and then she will transition out of anger into I think bargaining. is where I'm putting her next. So, but she'll volley around a little bit. I have that series. I have this, the very high thing about that series planned out for the next few books, but Rampage, hopefully, if I get all my writing time in and everything else, that will be coming out in 2028. I usually release the Lost Beacon Chronicles in the fall. And Rashawn series, the Histories trilogy, the first book, which is called The Key, will be out in the spring of 2026, and I'm on track for that. Yay! And then the second book, Ambition and Justice, will be out the following year, 2027 spring, and then Starflower's Way, which is the third book, will be out in spring of 2028. And I'm very organized, very proud. And so that will be it. And then I'm going to be kind of writing Rampage in tandem this whole time so that I can also get that out in 2028. And then, yeah, I feel like 3 years into the future is enough. You don't need to know more. It's fine. You probably don't want to know more. We're good. We're good. I'm checking my notes if you see me looking. I've been doing so many events. I'm also tired. Hi. If you're watching this live, or you see what time it went live, you can see that it was about 11 o'clock at night, my time. I'm on the East Coast of the US. So, but anyway, so I'm a little sleepy. But I really wanted to get this episode out because I've been procrastinating. But another reason I've been gone for 9 months, sorry, is because I've been doing so many events and I've been seeing you in person. I've been a guest and panelist at Stellarfest, oh god, I'm like Comic Con, Congregate. Um, I did two. I did so many events. I'm so tired. I did several events with my collaboration partner, Teddy Bear Body. And again, if you follow me, you know that she makes these amazing all natural cruelty free body butters that are the most nourishing thing. My skin, I can't use anything else now. I'm extremely spoiled. It's amazing. She has unscented. It helps with if you have skin issues, this is your stuff. I have friends who have psoriasis, who have eczema. My husband has eczema, and it soothes you, and it helps with acne, it helps with scars, it helps with stretch marks, and it's so luxurious on your skin. It's so good for you. She does body butter, she does body oils, she has lip balms, she has body scrub. Everything is cruelty free, vegan, frankly handmade. I have helped her make them, but we have for Rashawn cents, and you can purchase on her website the body butters and the books in one, and they're based on the four main characters of the Rashawn trilogy, the original Rashawn trilogy. So Ethne, Darian, Aram, and Yoselin. And they smell so freaking good. They smell so good. Very excited. I use them all. My husband steals my body butter all the time. We share. It's fine. We share. And I give it as gifts to my friends. They sell really, really well. I mean, her products speak for themselves. Not only is Lyric, who's the CEO of Teddy Bear Body, just a wonderful, wonderful human and friend, but she's just brilliant. She knows what she wants. She's driven, she's brilliant, and just has the best heart. So yeah, please, hop on over to my website, and I have the link right on my homepage, and you can check out body butters and everything else. And we will be coming out with more scents from the Rashawn series based on characters like from The Key. So I'm just really excited. So I've been working on that, and I've been doing those promotions and doing events with Lyric as well, and, I had this major surgery. I've been doing all these events. I had major surgery. I was supposed to be in recovery for 6 weeks. My gallbladder was, not nice to me. And I was undertreated, which is I have a medically high pain tolerance. That happens. They should have taken it out of me the first time I went to the emergency room, but because of things, I don't need to rehash it anyway. It took them a month to take out what was in danger of becoming an infected situation. Yeah. But it's fine, it's fine. It's out, I feel 1,000 times better. And then, in July, because of another situation, I was in the ER again. But I'm okay. I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, I bounce back like a pro. That's what I do. So I've been doing that. I've been yeah. And I've been doing voice work for Smoke Pit Fairy Tales. Almost forgot, which is so amazing. Ugh. It's so fun. I love it. So if you know, I did an episode with Trip last year sometime, or maybe even 2023. I don't know. We had a lot of fun. It's like 2.5 hours long. Trip and I shoot the shit, and he's an awesome writer, awesome person. Really enjoy him. And his audiobooks, which he does all the editing and everything and a lot of the narration himself, he makes them like listening to an old-fashioned like a radio program with the sound effects. The characters all have different voices, voice actors, and I have voiced actually a lot of characters in the Smoke Pit Fairy Tales. I'm not a voice actress per se, but he asked me if I would, I was like, "Hell yeah, that sounds like fun." I did drama in high school, and so I've been having a lot of fun. I actually play the main villain, in 3 of the books, and they may or may not come back. And, it's a 12-book series, FYI, for those who don't know, it's a 12-book sci-fi, war series, which is just it's amazing. He's amazing. And Trip is also a Marine Corps veteran. He did at least 2 tours, Afghanistan and Iraq. I don't know, he may have done more. But it's about World War III, but with aliens and demons and all sorts of crazy shit. And it's really creative. It's very funny and very, very well written. His character development is excellent. And yeah, and I get to play a lot of the characters, so including that main villain, so I've been busy doing that voice work as well. And I actually just emailed him a bunch of, like, small bit characters, that I did, like, different voices and accents for because, like, just the person the waitress at the restaurant and, like, nameless characters that he just needed somebody to read for, and so yeah, if you hear me, I do a lot of named characters and I do a lot of unnamed ones. So so yeah, I'm big into that. I love doing that. And definitely check out Trip's audiobooks. They're on YouTube, they're on Spotify, Smoke Pit Fairy Tales. They're amazing, so well produced and very, very well written. He has a lot of fun. What's happening for the rest of 2025? Let me just trying to keep this succinct and be kind. So, because I have a habit of rambling, and I really would like these podcast episodes to be under 30 minutes. And I think I'm achieving that this time. So yes, score. Okay. The rest of 2025, I have more events coming up, which I'm very excited about. So, in September, I have an event on September 13th, the Georgia Indie Book Fair in Kennesaw, Georgia. I will be there with Alara Dunn, who writes the Magic Locker series, which is YA magical realism fantasy. Very fun, very great, very, a lot of people really love her work. and she and I are friends, so we often share a table together at events. And then I also have a author day at Second and Charles, the Second and Charles store in Roswell, Georgia, where it will just be me. I'll be selling my books. I'll be doing a reading. I'll be doing signings. And I'm gonna chat with that we have I have a meeting with the store manager next week to like so we both understand all the things. So I'll be able to give you more details in September. But September 20th, I have that, and I'll be there for probably about 2 hours, would be my guess, and come see me, Second and Charles in Roswell, Georgia on September 20th, and then September 27th in Dahlonega, Georgia, I will be a vendor at the Moonlit Events Fantasy Ball, which I'm so excited about. And Lyric from Teddy Bear Body will be there with me. So we'll be selling the body butters. Um we'll have it all there. So really excited about that. I'm dressing up. I already sort of have my dress picked out. So I mean, I'll be a vendor, so I'll be in the vendor area, but it's a ball, so I'm gonna be fancy. And we're gonna make it, I don't know. It's probably gonna be a lot of glitter involved. I'm gonna be like a little too sparkle fish, but that's fine. That's my right. So I'm really excited about that. And then in October, I have one event which I'm really excited about. It's Multiverse. I'm a guest and panelist at Multiverse this year, October 17th through the 19th. I'm only going to be there for one day because I have a panel that I'll be leading, which is actually, as a lot of you know, I do all my own book cover design and page layouts and I do my designs. I do all my own design work, which I love. I love to do it. But a lot of indie authors just don't know how to, they're not sure how to do it. For me, it saves, of course, a lot on budget. So I'm actually going to be doing a crash course in designing a book cover. Now, this will be kind of a hybrid panel, meaning like I'm going to walk through and do a mock book cover live during the panel. So I'll be designing. I'll come. I'm going to have a pretend book that we're designing a cover for, and I'm going to be walking through the design process. And this will be great for anyone who is A, going to try to design their own thing, or B, just to work with a designer in general, because a lot of authors don't understand the design process. Most people who are not designers don't understand the design process or how to most effectively communicate with the designer. So I am going to really be focusing on how to communicate with your designer so that you can get your point across, because it can be really hard, and what sort of things to provide and all that sort of stuff. So I'm very, very excited to be doing that panel, and I whatever other panels they want to throw me on, I told them they can just pack my schedule up for the day. It is a couple hours away from my home, and frankly, since I'm not a vendor there, I didn't wanna stay there all weekend. So I'll just be at Multiverse for one day for whatever day all of my panels are on, but very excited about Multiverse. And then November, I believe it's the first weekend in November, I will be a guest panelist vendor at Conjuration. I love Conjuration. Conjuration is so much fun. I'll be there with Alara Dunn again, and we'll be sharing a table. We'll, have some panels together. But Conjuration is just so awesome. They're the same people who put on Stellar Fest in April. Stellar Fest is more sci-fi focused, and Conjuration is more fantasy focused. But it's just such a wonderful con. I love it a lot. I think it's becoming my favorite con. So very excited about that. And that'll be it. I'm not doing any cons or events in December because I need a break, but I will be applying for events again starting. I'm gonna we'll see in 2026. I've got, of course, my book release in the spring. Look for the cover reveal, probably in January. Probably, maybe December. Cover's actually already designed. So, yeah, 2026, I think I'm gonna go for Con Possible, which I believe happens in February. Con Possible is in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in Georgia, as I think I've mentioned before, so I stay local for the most part. And then I'll be back at Stellarfest in April. That was amazing. Had a wonderful time at Stellarfest and other, events, and I'll be back to Atlanta Comic Con as well. Definitely. I am going to calm down. Got it. I ended up with 14 events this year, and also, as I've mentioned on the podcast before, I still have a full-time job. I work remotely most of the time, but I also do have to go into the office, and I have a 9 to 5. So, I'm doing all of this plus the 9 to 5, and the events were making my head swim a little bit. So and this year was kind of me figuring out which events I felt were most beneficial to me. So I just needed to do them. I needed to show up and be there to see which ones were going to work out best. So so that's really great. But yes, I will. Atlanta Comic Con was fantastic. I will definitely be applying for them again. And I had so much fun at Atlanta Comic Con. Really, really did. Made a lot of great connections, met some amazing people. Really wonderful. And I'll again, Conjuration, Atlanta Comic Con, Stellar Fest, guaranteed I will be there. I love those. The other ones, yeah, I will see. Dragon Con, I'm not going this year, which is like the first time in about 20 years that I'm not going to Dragon Con at all, but I need a break. Dragon Con's fun. I wish everyone the best. Have an amazing Fantastico time. But I'm going to take a little long weekend vacation instead this year, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, and Dragon Con, I'll continue to go there, but I won't unless I'm a panelist. I don't think I'll be a vendor at Dragon Con because, to be quite frank with you, as fantasy authors, particularly indie fantasy, it's just not it's just not a financially viable thing to do. I'm not Terry Brooks or Brandon Sanderson. It's yeah, that's and people don't go to Dragon Con to purchase books. So I love it. I love to see my friends. I love to hang out. I've done panels for Dragon Con before, and that was super fun. But me being a vendor at Dragon Con, I don't see that in the foreseeable future. Uh, I think that's it. I've got audiobooks in the works. Oh, I have a publicist now. I'm really excited. I just got one. I'm really thrilled. I also have some help with a creative strategist who is one of my very, very best friends and sister by heart, Nadia. She is the CEO of Fortuna Creations in the UK. She is amazing. She does social media, she does design, she does branding, she does everything. We are Pole sisters. We've known each other for years and uh, ramble on to each other constantly. I miss her so much. I wish we didn't live an ocean apart. Um, but yes, so she's been helping me with social media as well. So I have help, but I'm really excited for everything to come. I'm thrilled to do all the September events. I've recharged. I didn't have any events in August, so that was awesome. No trips to the emergency room either, right? I'm growing. I'm growing. And and yeah, I think I think that's it. I think that I am officially saying goodnight, and I will see you all another time, another place.